Welcome, we got music. Welcome back to Mik'd Up. Today is Friday, May 6th. We are at Uncle Earl's. Mik'd Up is brought to you by Sterling Automotive. We have a little Dos Equis action. We have a little Doze action. We have a little Rejuveme action. You got the boys in. Jay Mitch, first Friday back in about a month.
Let's do a nice dim lighting.
Yeah, we set the mood.
Tonight, huh?
We got a little ambiance in here. We got a little background music.
You never know what Lloyd might say under this kind of lighting.
You got Floyd here right on time, 4:34. Floyd told me he was going to caddy. He's out August 8th because he has to caddy the U.S. Open. I'm like, really? Who you caddy? He goes, well, it's the qualifier. It's the qualifier. It's not that.
Speaking into
I'm like, well, the U.S. Open qualifier, a lot different. God. Ask Tony Romo. He's played in the qualifier a long time. He's
got it on the schedule already.
You got the big O show is in town.
Fired up. You're caddying. Who are you caddying?
Oh, Leday. Tyler Leday. Got us a stud.
Wow.
Little UL Lafayette golf didn't job with the coach. Went pro anyway.
I get to watch you on TV at the U.S. Open caddying for him.
I'll start smoking cigarettes.
Here's the question: Are you his caddy in the U.S. Open if he wins the qualifier?
100%.
He already told you that.
We've been down this road before.
He told you that.
Yeah, ride or die.
How many times has he played? Has he participated in this qualifier?
I've never done the qualifier with him.
No, how many times has he participated?
No, I don't know.
Where is the qualifier?
I don't know that either, but I'm going.
You don't know anything. You're caddying, but you have no.
I committed. That's all.
Well, at this point, you have to, as a caddy, you know your roles as a caddy, right? What is your responsibilities as a caddy? I'm asking.
Be a yes man. Say
no. No. You have to have knowledge of the course, understand the undulations of the course, the slopes, how to tell him where to shoot, where not to, where to not to
understand.
Right?
Floyd knows golf.
But he has to be familiar with the course.
I caddied for Ochinko.
I want to see you on TV at the U.S. Open.
Me
you
too.
have to be prepared.
Can this guy do it or?
Oh, he can do it. We just got to get everything. It's got to go
everything.
Can Sean compete with him right now?
No,
not even close.
No. This guy's 65.
Sean's coming off the second flight match play
champion.
Sean's 65 right now in his head too, so that's why we're saying this.
I am getting better, but that's a whole nother level. That's not even close.
Yeah.
When you say getting better, what do you mean by getting better?
Getting better, I control the shots more. I can actually know where the shot shapes are going. Control the short game. I've been hitting my driver very good.
Now, is this something you figured out on PGA Tour on PlayStation, or did you just really start playing a lot?
No, bro, just good old fashioned hard work, coach. Just go out there and
grind it out.
Go out there and move dirt. That's what they say.
I hope you're not moving. If you're moving dirt, you're probably doing something a little wrong.
As long as you move dirt after the ball.
No, see, that's what you don't know. You want to move dirt. You got to have those good fillets.
I move too much. Sometimes I move too much.
Yeah, you don't want to be extra fat and chunky with it.
Sometimes I'm get the shovel out and I get a little.
Too much dirt's not good. Not enough is not good either.
You need some dirt in your life.
You need enough. You need to move dirt if you're going to start playing.
All right. Okay, let's get to the sports that people really want to hear about.
No, let's go back to the golf. No, okay.
We'll get back to golf. We'll get back to golf. But we got to touch on some LSU baseball. We got Caesars in the house. You got some fans watching us, listening to us, scouting us, and judging us. So we have to lock it in, be on our A game. We got people in the back sending stuff to Vegas. I'm nervous. I don't know what's going on here.
Promo codes.
But the reason why they're here, we're talking about promo codes, talking about creating our own boost, which means we got to get better at gambling. Because if we're going to start giving out picks for people to win money, they want to be able to bet money to win money, not lose money. And if I'm giving out a boost, I would like the people watching, the people that are betting on it, to win. So we have to work on that. I got some phone calls in the future to educate myself on how to make better picks. But we have a watch party here at 6 o'clock. We're leading up into the watch party to watch the LSU-Alabama series. That's going to kind of segue us into this next part of the show. Is I want to talk a little bit about LSU. LSU started the season a little rough. People were talking. They're talking about LSU not being good, giving Jay Johnson a little shit, talking about the errors, talking about stuff. And you look up now, LSU is now they were 10-8 going into last weekend. Now they are 12-9 in conference play.
Slotted to host a regional.
Now, where people were worried about if they were even going to make the postseason. Now they're worried about where they're going to go. Now they have Alabama, who's 25-20 on the year, 9-12 in conference, playing at Alabama.
Typical.
Very winnable series.
Very winnable.
Very winnable series. Now Alabama's a little bit better than they have been, I guess, in the past. But top 50 RPI team, you go out there, you win 2 after. You probably should sweep. You sweep this series, you are now.
Road sweeps are tough.
Road sweeps are tough. Let's say 2 out of 3.
Sure. Now
you're 14-10 in conference. Going into the last 2 weekends of the series, you have a legitimate chance to host a super. If you go 18-12, you have a legitimate chance to host. You're on the road. Alabama's a tough place to play. I feel like you get through Friday, you get Mik'd here, you win. The recipe for the boys have been Mik'd here goes out, he shoves. If he can get the W and win, and get you to Saturday, they have they've been sweeping those series. Now, if he doesn't win that, it's been difficult because the bullpen gets worn out on Saturday because Blake Money really hasn't been able to sustain the success that we saw earlier in the season.
I would say for this team, it's I don't know how you want to call it, but we wouldn't exactly say that. We won't say that the starters on the weekend right now are going to be 1, 2, 3 in the draft. That's fair to say, right? So with that being said, the strength is in the bullpen and the staff. I think it's uber important for them to come out, play well tonight, get a W. That way you can save and push those arms towards the rest of the weekend.
And Mik'd here goes deep in the game.
There you go.
Right, he's been pitching well. So 2019 was the last time he had a loss, which is kind of crazy.
He stepped up. He has stepped up big
time. He's 12-0 in his last 12 starts.
Shoot up innings. He's landing his breaking ball.
Last 12 decisions, I guess.
He has literally owned what you want from a Friday night guy right now.
Yeah,
you may not look at the stuff and say, "Oh my God, that's front line," but he has gotten on the mound and literally given them a chance to win pretty much every time he starts.
And I was asking the guys on the team, I was like, "Why? Like this guy throws 87, 88, touches 90." He's like, "Well, his four-seam fastball touched 92 in the fall, but he doesn't ever throw it. All those 87s and 88s are cutters."
Sure.
And so he's cutting the ball and throwing his banger, which that plays, especially in college, that plays. And he's having some success.
He's a huge reason why they're in the position they're in right now.
No doubt.
I like watching. I'll say
even
this.
with the earring dangling.
I'll say this.
If you're winning, though, if he keeps doing that, he can wear whatever he wants.
I like watching him pitch because the guy is every bit of, I don't know, what is he, 6 foot, about 165
pounds? I don't even know if
pounds?
he's 6 feet, Coach.
About 165
about 6
pounds. If you watch him and you watch his demeanor on the mound, you'd swear he's 6'5", 250.
Yeah.
He pitches.
He's got a little swag. He's been
in here a long time.
He's unwavered by stuff that goes on. Like he gets it. He's a seasoned vet up there.
You're talking about the earring. The man pitches with the grill in. And you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, apparently he pitches with a grill in.
That's fine. That thing dangling those was funny.
Yeah, it's a Barry Bonds earring. I like it.
You don't have to worry about this man on the mound. He's got all the confidence in the world.
I can't pull off the Barry Bonds dangling earring. Like I wish I could. I'm jealous of that. I wish I could. If I could, that'd be nice. I don't think I'd ever wear an earring. I wouldn't. But it's cool that he can pull it off. I can't pull it off.
You go earring, I go cornrows. Change the show.
Dangling earring is serious. Dangling earring is a lot.
I can't go earring.
But it fits him, and if you're pitching good, go with it.
Jacob Berry. I know we've talked a lot about him. Well, I say
AKA Lance Berkman.
Lance Berkman. That's the best.
It's a good one.
He doesn't look flashy. You're like, damn, this guy. Like you just watch him. You're like, he's good, but like.
The quietest, nicest banger in the league.
And you look up and he's like, man, this guy's hitting 377. He's got 15 homers. He's second in the SEC in average behind the big fat first baseman from Auburn who's hitting 406 in the conference.
Shape.
Yeah, the guy is great. But Jacob Berry
has been as good as advertised coming in.
Hey, he's the only one in the lineup that's in the top 15 of SEC average. Like in SEC games, he's only one in LSU's lineup in the top 15, which is kind of crazy. But he's been,
I was just about to say, fair to say he's had a better season so far.
No, yes.
But then even Dylan right now.
Oh, he is.
And
Dylan's getting hot.
Yeah, and he's getting hot. He's having a great year.
But he's having a better year. Yeah. Jacob Berry's having a better year than Cruz, for sure. And it's a good year for him to have it because he's draft eligible. Yeah. He hasn't been a liability at third base. No. He's been okay. Like, he hasn't been, like, you don't notice him there, so which is a good thing.
He ain't losing games there.
He's not making unbelievable plays, but he's not making bad plays.
No, he's not been as noticeable bad defensively.
Right, and so for him, like his draft stock goes up. The draft's kind of a lighter draft.
Yeah,
helps him. Like I thought, no shot earlier in there, and this is no indictment on him. Drafting somebody in the top 5 of the first round.
If he ends the season over 350 with 20 homers, that's
right. But drafting somebody in the top 5, you need someone to play some defense.
But he's done that. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. Before the year, I didn't think. Now,
or you're buying a bat like Prince Fielder, where you're like, this guy's gonna go big.
No, there's not a thing though, because you didn't buy like. It's really
top
hard.
5 is
it's really hard to buy just the bat in the top.
Right. Like in the draft,
they got to be able to see.
You need to big leagues just with the bat.
I was thinking more like Jacob Berry, like 28th overall, like that type of pick.
Yeah, but now the way he's played defense, I think that's possible for him to sneak into the top, especially the lighter draft. Yeah. Next year, I think Dylan Cruz goes 1-1. I think Kate Doty's a top 20 pick this year.
1-1.
I think Dylan Cruz goes 1-1 next year.
I agree.
If he ain't falling past 5. If he comes back and puts up,
I think he goes 1-1.
If he comes back and puts up a similar,
if he does what he's been doing like for the last 2 years, his junior year.
Oh, I'm all in Dylan Cruz being a Major League All-Star. I mean, he's a guy.
He's a guy.
You know?
And he's like, goes about his business the right way.
Oh, he's a stud.
He's a boss.
Shouldn't be in college, honestly.
No, he shouldn't.
No, he got
COVID,
how much fun is this for him?
COVID helped us.
But the thing is I want to get him to Omaha. I want to give him a chance.
Yeah, well, hey, look.
Waste his time like
here's
Mike
the deal.
Trout with
Here's the
3
deal.
years
They
here not
go.
getting it.
They go ahead and take care of business this weekend.
Yep.
That means they got Ole Miss at home. Stinky, right? They're in a look. Ole Miss can beat them because they have guys like that Elko guy. That
and it is a rivalry. Like they're gonna come in one.
Listen, Ole Miss was number one ranked team in the country at one point this year. Like they're good.
And I think Bianco gets fired after the season.
I think so too.
Becomes the head coach of LSU baseball.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough. His son, Drew, has to go. Is done moving careers.
Yep.
Probably into coaching. I don't know.
You can't be number 1 ranked team, have all this hype going into the season, and then not even make a regional. Maybe not even make the SEC tournament. That's where they're at. They're worse than the conference.
Makes the SEC tournament now.
12 of 14.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
U-High makes the SEC tournament.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yes.
You never experienced it, but we felt what it was like to be that bad. And
well, we didn't make the tournament my junior year. We were 36-20. We're terrible.
It's a very odd feeling. It don't feel good.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
We're the 9th grade team in the SEC my junior year. It was not good.
But you won the ship.
Going home right at the end of May is tough.
And the next, my freshman year, not the next year. The next year I was gone in pro ball. It's okay. It was great. It was good times. But this weekend, you got righty for Alabama. They go righty, lefty.
Ooh, I love that. So bet LSU the
so
first
righty,
2 games.
obviously their Friday night guy is
Doesn't matter.
like supposed as their guys 3.5 ERA. You have our guy going. The over/under today was 9. I looked at it and I told myself before I looked at the thing, I was like, listen, I've been betting the overs. I've been betting the overs on like every Friday LSU games. I'm like, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. Thinking about the lineup, and I'm like, okay, this week I'm going under. Then I look at the line. It says 9. I'm like, God, 9 is just
9's a lot on Friday.
But is it? Is it though? Like. Here's my
6
thing,
to
6 to 4, you win. You know what I mean? Like
We throw out, I do remember this, Floyd. Remember last time we spoke?
I worked on my math.
And when I was talking all that shit about the Missouri, and you're right. Like we throw out 7-2, 8-6, and you're like, 9.
But 6 to 4, that's something I was like, okay, 9.5, it was 9.5, I'd go under. But I'm like 9 runs, I'm like, I feel like you can get to 10.
You're discounting what Mikael Hilliard's done. He's shoved.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. On the backside.
But we're also talking about once the starter gets out, like all bets are off.
So
man.
you think it's over 9?
Unbelievable.
Man, 9 sounds ridiculously low.
That's what I mean, though.
Just
like,
being honest.
Y'all are all thinking with your old BB core bats. Yeah.
These ain't far from them. Let's be honest. Let's not go there.
Yeah, these bats are
They're not the
The bats have gotten better, and these balls are. Let me listen. These balls are way better than what we hit.
Hey,
so a little bit of both.
I'll tell you what balls aren't good, and what's been stinky is the big leagues. The big leagues offense is down.
What's going on with that?
Major League Baseball is fucking tampering with the baseballs.
Yeah.
They bought Rawlings. Did you know that they
they
own
bought
Rawlings, who makes the baseball?
So now Major League Baseball basically decides on who wins the Gold Glove. Not Rawlings anymore. It's not independent. Just Major League Baseball. And Major League Baseball owns the baseballs.
So we were getting sick of, I think there's been a changing of the guard here. We were getting sick of the 3 common factors, right? Walk, strikeout, homer. Boring. We don't want that anymore.
Listen, it's always going to go back. It's an ebbs and flows.
We're seeing a little more opposite feel. We're not seeing as many homers. We're seeing a little better pitching, right? Imagine what the game's going to be like when there's no more shifts. We're going to get back to playing baseball.
Yeah.
Right? We're like, you got to earn to hit a homer.
Great. I wish I would have loved for this to happen 2 years ago when I was playing.
It would have been awesome.
You know?
It'd be great.
Yeah. No,
great. Like, hey.
I personally like to see 2 strike the other way, guys steal a base. 35 homers is a lot. I like
love good baseball.
I can't see 210, Joey Gallo, 48 homers, 206, 300. I can't do that. That's a nausea.
Right.
To me.
But I do believe that if you hit a ball 104 miles an hour at a 27 launch angle, that's got to be a home run.
So you're saying they've underlaunched it now.
So listen. Okay. So there's been balls that like they have recorded as like, hey, these balls are hit at X velo. They say if you hit a ball at 100, like the standard is 100 miles an hour exit velo and 25-degree launch angle. That ball goes 400 feet, and that's a home run at majority of the baseball parks.
Wind, humidity.
Right, like obviously they have different factors based off the wind and whatever, but they are reported, like there's numbers that come out like, hey, This guy hit this ball 103.7 miles an hour off the bat at a 27-degree launch angle, out. This ball has been a home run 99% of the time over the past whatever years, and now it's an out. Like, that can't happen.
Right.
That can't.
You know
That means
what I
the
mean?
ball's different. They're like,
They're trying. Look, pitchers are hitting guys more. Pitchers don't like the ball. When the pitchers don't like the ball and the hitters don't like the ball, we've got an issue. Yeah. Like, usually it's one way or the other. Like, usually the hitters like it because the ball's flying, and the pitchers don't like it because, this guy got a cheap homer. Or the pitchers like it because, hey, the ball's not flying and they can't hit it. Well, now the pitchers can't feel it, and the hitters can't hit the homers.
And then you have Madison Bumgarner getting felt up.
Oh yeah, that was bullshit.
Sexual.
Did you see that?
Did you see it? It was very.
He stared in his eye. He didn't take one glance at his hand.
He was just looking.
He didn't look at his hand.
He was looking right in his eyes.
I saw. The guy was looking at right in his dead in his eye because it was. This wasn't about that day. It was about all the Bumgarner goofies years past of him complaining all the time. AAA umpire behind home plate. I saw the MLB Tonight take. AAA umpire behind home plate. Okay, protecting his boy. Bumgarner is known to be a big whiner. Hands in the air, pain in the ass. The umpire was too much.
So you're telling me this is a AAA umpire that did this to him?
No. The guy behind the plate was. The guy at
first base.
The first base guy was kind of stepping in to be his buddy, right? And be like, hey, you're not going to bully the AAA umpire. We know how you are, bum. You've always been like this for a while. But obviously, you completely overlaunched it.
I mean, overlaunched it. All they do is stare at him.
Yeah, but the thing is like, what happens with the umpires when they screw up like that? Do they get penalized?
No.
Nothing.
There has to be something.
You saw the
What do you want to happen?
I need there to be umpires
Listen
forever.
to me.
Suspended for a couple games. And
No. The thing is, I need there to be umpires forever, but the umpires got to start being held accountable.
Not suspended.
I know, that's what I'm saying. There's a fun way to probably hold them accountable. I think they should have to step in the box, have to face Mad Bum.
For what? Why? That's not going to make them make
That's
not going to make them make
I'm
the
just trying
next
to make
call,
baseball
right?
fun.
Yeah, but what is that? That's not going to make them make better calls.
Oh, it's going to
Boy, that's like WWF. Like that's not.
Yeah, let's get there. Let's get there.
That's like what's the NFL league they came
Kangaroo
out with?
court right there.
That was like the
XFL.
That's like XFL, Floyd. Nobody wants.
They took a lot from the XFL that made the NFL better. You don't want the Sky Cam?
Listen,
XFL
here's the
gave you
deal.
Sky Cam.
They took a lot. That's what they took. It's one thing. They took one
We'll give you
thing.
You're right about that.
We'll give you
They
the
took
Sky.
one thing from the XFL.
A
It's
great
the Sky
thing.
Cam. You said they took a lot of things. They took one thing.
They should have kept the coin toss
Was it
from
one
the
or was it a
XFL.
couple? I think it was a couple.
Maybe was a pylon cam for the XFL.
People being mic'd up. Take that from
Yeah, I
the
think it was a few
XFL.
things. I think
Did
there was
you
a
make that
30
up?
for 30 on it. It was more than one thing, but
Oh, yeah.
either way.
Well, Lloyd's not referencing it. He just said one thing.
Well, yeah, but they were good things. That's what I'm
One was a
saying.
good thing. They took He Hate Me from the XFL. No,
They took all of the
We're not going
different
to put the
camera
clown
angles
hat on
away.
the umpire and say,
No.
march him out there.
Here's what you
Umpire
do.
there to get with 96 at his neck.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. If you want to regulate, if you want to have like repercussions for being a
Repercussions.
repercussions, tomato, whatever.
I think either one works.
Repartee.
We know what you're talking about.
If you want to have those for umpires, I think you say, okay, it's like soccer, European soccer. If you are the bottom half, like the bottom 10% or whatever of the
go down to
umpires in in big leagues, you have to go option to AAA.
You want to relegate?
If you're the top 10%,
Players get relegated every day.
What are we going to do with Angel Hernandez? Where would he be?
Based upon
Out of baseball.
balls and strikes,
At his house.
based upon
safe and outs.
correct calls.
You know what?
Everyone else is held accountable. Why can't
But
I
here's
agree.
it. Not just balls and strikes and outs and safes calls. None of that. Not just because the way you act, the way you interact with players, all of those things should be in the evaluation because a baseball player gets evaluated on the performance on the field, how he is in the clubhouse,
I'll be honest with you.
how he is around the field.
I don't like that. I get it. Like, yeah, that's what we wanted to be. But chances are, if you're not good on the field, you won't be there anyway. Think about how hard it would be to be an asshole as an umpire, and then also be doing your job correctly. Like, you're not gonna have that much. So I'm not even really that. I just want you to get it right.
But
Guys,
but here's
put it like
my
this.
thing.
Because what ends up happening is the guy makes a wrong call. We won't get the guy doing the check, staring in his eyes, not looking at anything. Because chances are he's probably bad at his fucking job too. So he's probably gonna be gone. So that's just not really.
Here's my thing. You have guys that like Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett started the other night. He's a starter. Threw a ball, strike. Umpire balled him. He gets out the inning. He's walking out. He's staring the umpire down. The umpire's looking at him. He's looking at the umpire. If the umpire was a dick, which a lot of them are, if it was Cowboy Joe back there, Cowboy Joe would have stared him down until he got into the dugout and not said a word to him and acted like he was right. Instead, the umpire behind the plate is staring at him, and he is like, hey, that's my bad. I missed that. Listen, I missed that. Chris Bassett says, all right, I can accept that. Now, if he misses it again, then we got an issue. Now, but the umpire knows that he accepted it. He accepted that he missed it. He knows that he missed it. He's going to work hard not to miss it again. To me, that's what I want to see. Acknowledge it. Don't act like you're right even though you know you're wrong.
So I'll just say this. I agree. I 100% love that. Like, that's also great. But we all know a ton of players that are straight assholes, but are good enough at their job and they stay there. So we're not, like, it is what it is. Like,
I get it.
You can't.
But I think it's a combination. Like, if the guy's really good on the field and he's an asshole, he's not getting sent down because he's really good. If the umpire is really good at his job, he's an asshole, he's not going to get sent down because he's really good. If the umpire is not very good at his job and he's an asshole, he's probably getting fired, not going to get played.
The umpire is just a tough job, man. It's always going to be ping pong.
It's a tough job. It's something
everybody wants to be personal, but like I also do think, like, as taking a job as an umpire, and it's really not a hit on him. I just think if you're going to take this job, you just have to understand you're going to be great at your job, and you're going to get zero credit for it. And that's just kind of what it is. It's like playing offensive lineman or you're going to be great at your job and you never get single credit for it. It's a unit thing. Like, it just is what it is.
The good ones get unnoticed.
Yeah, it just is what it is.
Extremely noticed.
No doubt. And
so
the good ones
if you
get
can
noticed
understand that when you get into
it's like, damn, that was a great play.
Yeah, but like if you can understand that when you get into it, it'll make your job a lot easier as you trying to make a name for yourself in a way.
I agree.
I mean, it just is what it is.
Do we ever go to the electronic?
No. Hell no.
I heard that's very bad.
Awful.
Ask him. He's been a part of it.
Absolutely
He has sent me videos before. The hard part about it is, like, a lot of it's the catcher's presentation. I was watching the game last night, and Real Muto was, like, the best catcher in the game. One was, like, down, and it was a strike, but he pancaked it, and he balled him, right? He balled him, but because it looked...
Now explain to us what pancaking is.
Well, the pitch is going, and you don't beat the ball to the spot, and you meet the ball at the spot at the same time, and your glove pancakes down out of the zone.
You can't stick it.
Hey, you don't get it and bring it up in the zone,
in a fashionable manner, right? But... the thing I'm saying is, what is the answer? Do we go to electronics? We don't. We use the real people, we'll get mad. It's part of the entertainment. They're going to mess up some stuff.
Okay with having some mess ups.
Former players.
What?
Former players.
Yes.
That's where we
The
need
human
to go.
error needs to be there. Because this is entertainment at the end of the day.
Hey, the umpires make a lot of glue now, too.
Look, there's a lot of umpires that
Perverts.
respect.
They make a lot of money.
There's a lot of umpires that respect the game of baseball.
I'll just put it like this.
No, I'm saying between player to player.
Listen, let me just say this.
Yeah, but like, if you're a good umpire and you have a history of being good, like, players respect you. Like, you are very, like, look, as much as people weren't mad at Joe West because he was a bad umpire. Joe West is a very good umpire. It was just always he was. Historically, behind balls and strikes, he was one of the best ever to do it. That's why he's there. But it's always the Joe West show. That's what the players are aggravated about because he always made it about himself.
I mean, he was wearing wristbands that were like, please respect umpires.
But as far as like being an effective umpire, he has a reputation in the league of being good. People weren't mad at him because he wasn't good. People were mad at him because he's an asshole. But that's on the field. Off the field, he was great. He's taking pictures of Kevin Gosman, his kids, and his family, like after games in the elevator and stuff. Like he's off the field, but on the field, he's kind of a dick, and that's why people were upset with him. But it's not because
the fact that
bad.
he thinks he should be taking pictures is a part of the problem. Like nobody wants to take a picture with an umpire,
hey,
but
look,
Cowboy Joe West.
Well, some people do.
Girth
Would
Brooks.
you take a picture with him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because but that's what I'm saying. That's part
point.
of the problem is that he wants to be the
But
guy
that's why people got aggravated on him. But it wasn't because he wasn't a good umpire.
I would take a picture with Angel Hernandez also and burn it.
He's bad.
He's tough.
Called his first good balk though the other day.
Huh?
Called a balk the other day. That was actually right.
I mean, he calls some right stuff. He just
I would hope so.
His balls and strikes calls aren't very good.
No. Well, that's what they said on the broadcast. They're like, oh, they said, oh, Angel Hernandez has been good, and then the other guy was like, yeah, because he hasn't been behind the plate yet. And
Right.
like, Jesus.
Look, it's hard to be very bad in the field. Like, if you're bad in the field, you're trying to be bad. Like
if you're bad in the field, they just go to video replay most of the time.
There's not enough calls anyway.
Right.
So
That's what I mean.
why,
if you're bad in the field and you make some it's just like that's hard to be. But behind the plate's where the game.
Like
is.
how nice is it in the playoffs when you're the umpire down the left field line? You're like, chill, and I'm looking at the stands.
I got to just make sure.
Okay, there's a line drive. Like how many times is it really close? Like
all I gotta do is worry about is if the guy reached over the fence or not.
I just have to worry about the Bermuda Triangle.
That's
it.
it.
I just got to worry about the Bermuda Triangle.
You can go out the night before and drink. Like you're not even worried about it. You don't got balls and strikes is the hardest. That's like.
Hey, this game speeds up with you quick behind the plate. I would never want to be on home plate. I would never want to be an umpire.
No, it's a tough job.
I mean, it's about think how hard guys are pitching.
Yeah.
They're 100 miles an hour. and balls are moving everywhere.
And the
you have
catcher's
to call,
got the
it's hard.
framing and the tricks and the.
Doesn't mean I like them. It's hard.
It's 100% hard.
It's hard. I think it should be full-time jobs. No referee or umpire has full-time jobs in NFL.
You're talking about what about that one dude that does the basketball and who's the go?
Oh, he's retired now.
But he did
right?
football. He did NBA
He does.
basketball.
He's like the ESPN. He's like the analyst.
Yes.
No.
Steratore. Gene. Gene
Joe.
Steratore.
That's special.
Yeah, he did it all.
NBA and NFL.
He did it all. He's the expert. He's the expert for the NBA
Everything.
and the expert for the NFL.
That's like Bo.
Everything.
That's Bo Jackson of umpires.
Yeah, that's right.
I think
I
had him. I randomly had on like some other sport. It might have been hockey or something the other night, and they went to like a booth call, and I was just expecting it to be him. I was like, "Where is it? I know it's gonna be him."
You saw him in hockey, like, no way.
I was like, "This guy
guy
knows
knows a lot of
everything.
rules.
He's the Mike Tirico of the
I
game."
knows all the rules.
Hey, so
I'd love to play Monopoly with him.
you're from South Florida,
Yeah,
Where are you from? What part?
Parkland.
Parkland.
But I say Fort Lauderdale because it's 11 minutes away. And I wouldn't have-
Hey, story. Look, just to give you, like, we came to school together, and his thing when we first got here, he was telling everyone, he's like, "Yeah, I'm from Miami." I'm like, "Shut up, bitch! No, you're not. You're from Fort Lauderdale. Actually, you're from Parkland." He's
Well, that's like
"Shut up, no
Bo.
one knows where it's
That's
at."
like our good
Did
friend
people
Bo.
come to New Orleans and say, "Oh, I'm from Harahan"? No, they say New Orleans.
I'm with you. I'm
No more
not disagreeing
questions.
with you.
He's literally across the bridge, bro. It's
Do
like
people
40
from
minutes
from
away.
Denham Springs say from Denham Springs or Baton Rouge?
Baton Rouge, because they'd be a little, whatever. But like, but no, like, yeah, like I did say Miami because it had a nicer ring to it.
Right. I got.
This is how me and him got close.
but
Because we stepped on campus and I just gave him shit every day.
I'm not gonna lie. It's hot in here.
It is
steamy,
I just
Coach.
felt
I'm
sweat
sweating.
dripping down my leg. I was like, it's
I'm
not
getting a
it.
little breeze back here.
It's steamy in here.
On 100 degrees in
Yeah,
It's
you're
steamy.
sweating out the Cinco de Mayo.
Summertime.
Studs.
Summertime, but hey, Katie. We have fans. We have fans. We have energy in here today.
Have a support
Hey,
staff.
here's my question for you.
Red Bull vodka.
You are a Jets fan somehow. No, Eagles fan, not Jets.
My
You're
family's
Eagles.
from Philly.
I know that, but you're kind of a Saints fan too.
Big Saints fan.
Yeah.
I've been living in Baton Rouge now
Hey.
like 16 years.
Hey, Tyron signs.
Beautiful.
Jarvis negotiations reopened.
I saw that today.
Beautiful.
you feel
Odell
about
still on the
Just
meat
get
rack
the whole.
right now.
Just get that whole team. Fuck it.
Jeremy Hill's right down the
Something
road.
about
Fuck
Tyran means just winning and culture and vibes.
Hey,
and,
secondary is gonna be nasty.
I like it a lot.
The secondary is gonna be nasty, and you have two guys that are like with
If we
him
can-
and CJ.
If we can call plays
over the
at
place.
like an 80% clip of what's been called over the past 15 years,
Well, look.
we got a chance.
Famous Jameis, I think Famous Jameis is gonna be okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Saints
That's
make the
my point.
playoffs next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, you saw
Even with
dude,
Tom Terrific back again.
Even with Tom Terrific stinks against the Saints.
No, that
not
is
in the
true.
playoffs.
And against the Saints, though, we're talking about making the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to see him again usually.
Yeah, but you gotta beat them to make the
Hey,
playoffs.
they're
I think we beat them.
They're right in the mix of winning.
And here's the deal: like he didn't have a great game
Who's
against
the
us in the
Falcons
playoffs.
quarterback?
Mariota.
Yeah. Well, for
They also-
for the first 6 weeks, Mariota.
But they also drafted
and then
Ridder.
Desmond Ritter's going to be
Yeah. I like Desmond Ridder. I thought that I would have been.
And
okay
then the
with Saints.
Panthers is going with old boy again.
pretty much.
Well,
Right now?
see, the Panthers
Right now.
draft the Panther right now. I think they're gonna get the guy that Jared Mitchell thinks is the best quarterback in the league in Baker. They're gonna trade for Baker, and then Baker's gonna turn that
hello?
whole organization
Hello?
around.
On the phone right now for sure.
Yeah, they talking about Baker again, so I don't really want to get into
Is that Baker?
I think they're gonna trade for
Baker
Baker.
can't find a home.
Hey, Baker's stuck. He's stuck in Cleveland.
He's got to move all of his stuff out of the
Hey,
Cleveland Browns
leave it to Cleveland,
field.
though, to do
Hey,
something like this,
hey,
too.
you
Like,
realize no
God
more-
damn.
He lived at the
No
he
more,
lives at the stadium.
no more
Commercials.
The statistics.
Hey, great actor.
Great actor.
Great actor.
He did a nice job.
The real question is, no, seriously, is there still commercials left on that contract? Like, how do you
No, it's over.
how do you know that? Do you know that?
Well, maybe they're playing them somewhere, but they're not playing them on national TV.
but-
What you
I mean,
do is you,
no. If the contract is that, like, how do you work that now?
I would say you get creative and you make him like you have him like packing up boxes and moving and like shutter.
Oh, yeah, you
and
think
then-
he's gonna fucking
that
do
just
that?
sounds like an
He's
absolute
flooding himself
mess.
out
You
all the
think
time.
Could you imagine if commercials are going out like that and then the Browns are actually playing week
You
by week?
think Baker's
That'd be
going
awful.
to have film a national televised commercial with me packing up my shit? No way.
Yeah, he's leaving the Cleveland Browns facility,
Baker-
going
Baker's-
down to
Baker's
Atlanta.
Baker's 5'11". Like the statistics show, like How many good quarterbacks are that night? Drew Brees, Doug Flutie, like it just
Russell Wilson.
Okay, like it's
Kyler
3
Murray.
of 4 million,
Who?
right? Like
Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah, well, Kyler's
I wouldn't say
tiny.
he's.
Hey, I've spoken.
Good, yeah.
I've said this before, and I've never said it on the record before.
I like that.
If you ever get a chance, I went and watched it just because I wanted to see it. I thought it was funny as I'm watching the whole thing. But that video that Odell's dad put out, if you go sit down and watch it, I'm literally off just the strength of, all right, you have Odell on this team. Who else do you have on this team? Who else is running around? There's so many on that video. There's like a 10, 11-minute clip of just
He had a
offensive
point.
plays. Bro, if you just watch the video, there is so many plays that are like third down plays, third and short, like money plays. Right? Where like you're just like, there is no way in hell Odell is this far down the progression tree on every single one of these plays. Like he won't even look that way.
Look, all honesty, I did not watch that video.
If you watch that video, you'll see that. I'm not even talking about if he throws
Now,
it to
do
him.
they show his route and they show the whole field, or do they
Bro,
just
it's
show his
the-
route
it's-
and they don't
it's-
show you what the pressure's like?
A lot of the times, it's literally like the game tape, like the tape they use,
Okay.
not the
Aerial view.
Yeah, like
All
the game
22.
tape. And I'm literally telling you this because I'm
Is that
saying
what it's
I'm only
called?
saying this.
Your sky cam that you've been talking
Hey,
about.
I'm only
No,
saying
no,
this
this
because
is from
it's
the booth. This is
from
where
the
like
booth.
this is what the coaches watch. If
I'm
y'all,
only saying this
you know,
because
a
I'm
big
not
tape
saying
guy.
like, hey, he didn't throw the ball to Odell. I'm literally saying like the play happens and he don't even look his way one time.
Yeah.
Which is like there is no ways that far down the progression
Right.
tree. Every one of these plays, there's no way.
And
So that's why I'm off
And
base.
that's
Oh,
why
look, and
Odell's
then-
gone and Baker's.
That's why I'm off
That's
base.
why- yeah.
Literally the only reason why I'm off
Baker's-
base.
Cam Akers took his number at Los Angeles, opens the door for the Saints to slide in. If he'd like to be 3, put Tyron in 7, bring the whole
Tyron's taking
band
7.
back.
Tyron's taking 32. That's his professional number.
He didn't say he was non-committal. He said, "I'm playing whatever number you
How
give
you gonna
me."
get it from Taysom? You think Taysom's buying up the rest of those jerseys?
He's going to take 32
The
because that's
You
Crowdfund
realize that?
it.
No. You realize that's how it has to happen, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh, they got to buy all.
He's
the
not
jerseys
going
with
to.
the name
Yeah,
on
you have
the
to
back?
buy them all
Yeah.
out.
You have to buy
Is
them
that like
all
that
out.
in the show too?
Yeah.
That's why it usually
But
happens.
you don't ever see. Usually
Number
have,
changes
you
like
don't.
that.
Yeah, you don't. You
Same
see
thing in
it,
the
but,
NFL though.
like,
You don't usually see like big name giving up numbers. That's why.
he's-
That's why it's
listen,
probably not gonna happen.
But here's my thing: if Tyron was 7,
But
his
if you're
whole
that big of a name, you got the glue to
if
buy the
Tyron was
jersey.
7
Yeah,
his
but
whole
does he
NFL
want to?
career,
Oh, that's a
Well, he
waste of
couldn't
money.
be 7.
Exactly.
I know that's my point though. If he was 7 his whole career, he would have said that would be
Well,
reasonable.
he couldn't be 7 his own.
I know that. I know that. But he was 32.
But
That
the
was his
perfect time to
number.
switch.
That was his thing. It doesn't matter. Like he didn't switch last year.
That's like when MJ didn't
Right?
didn't
Right,
have the
but
different
that-
numbers. Remember
yeah,
that?
Yeah, 45.
Yeah,
I
but
ain't here to play
but
games
did
with you.
Tyron didn't
Here to
switch
aim
last
with you.
year? He could have switched last year. He didn't.
I don't
No,
think it's gonna happen.
that's what I'm saying. That it's perfect now
It'd be
because
cool to
him
see
coming
it.
to Louisiana makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
it'd be cool to see it, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's not. He's gonna stick with 32, and I'm good with it. He should be, and then we're gonna go get Jarvis, and Jarvis is gonna go, and it's gonna be unbelievable.
And
season.
Jarvis is what, our number
And I'm gonna
3
go
in the
buy
slot?
Season, I'm gonna go buy season
2,
tickets.
3, yeah.
I'm gonna go buy season
Him
tickets
and
to the
Olave
Saints.
are
It'll be
probably
good.
switch around a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got our old boy from Ohio State. I forgot he's a big weapon.
Don't they have on-field suites now?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
you could be like the bunker.
Like the Dolphins.
The lower ones, yeah.
Maybe
It's
we-
like
maybe-
an MLB dugout.
We can have a nice weekend
Here's
there.
the deal. Here's the deal. Here's
The boys
here's
can
our
have a
goal.
nice weekend there.
Yeah, here's our goal. Here's our goal. We get real hot
Gambling.
with our gambling.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were
And,
going.
no,
with
listen,
that.
listen. We get
Well, you said the H word. I'm like, where you going with this?
yeah, we get real hot with our gambling.
Horny.
Caesars, we start pushing out some bets, and people start betting, right? And so people start signing up on the Caesars app whenever we are
Promos.
promoting it, and we are friends with our Caesars
Little
friends,
boost.
and we start making people money. People start signing up. Caesars sees how valuable we are. Caesars gets an on-field suite, and the boys show up on
How
the
much
field.
does an on-field suite cost?
Who
Would you
knows?
think?
I don't know.
Probably, I would assume it's probably a little expensive.
Hey, one ticket. That's all it takes.
It ain't cheap.
One good
But that's
ticket.
why you got to win some
All
people
it
some money
takes
here.
is to see.
One
All
parlay.
it takes.
That's all it is. That's all
All
it is.
it takes is to see
All it takes
a
is
little
one
action,
boost.
a little Mike.
You see the numbers do
season.
this? Here we
Hey,
go.
hey, speak it into existence.
They get
You gotta-
in
you gotta
there.
start
Like,
somewhere.
listen, they
I'll
look.
be at the
They,
US Open.
they're very.
If we have an
eager.
on-field
yeah, you won't be
suite at
there.
the Saints game, I would be fired up about that.
We're making that happen. We're gonna make that happen.
You can bring one of
I used to be
these.
able to text Sean Payton for his
What?
suite. I can't do that
One of
anymore.
these.
Spitters?
You don't think he still has a suite?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, now
No,
he's
my-
actually gonna be in the
No,
suite.
I
You know,
can't
like-
spit on the
You think
floor
he'll be
there.
going to
Maybe.
games?
Yeah, if it's on the field, if I'm on the
I've seen you
field,
do it all.
I'll spit wherever needs to be spit. I'll spit in a 5-star restaurant. If I
Hey,
have to.
listen.
Katie, are you here still?
Hey, we talked. We
Anyway.
talked a little bit yesterday about the NIL. Oh no, Wednesday about the NIL.
Wait, did you? Before we get there, you
Yeah.
talked about Sweets and Sean Payton. Did you see him and Dennis Allen like not jiving together at all?
When?
Whenever they were at
I did not see this, but you tell me.
No, what was
they were
this?
at either a basketball game, I believe, for the Pelicans.
How do you know they weren't driving?
vibe
Because
looked
Sean
bad?
Payton was sitting here, Dennis Allen was sitting here. They weren't sitting next to each other, and they weren't talking to each other.
Okay, but Was this the entire game, or was just one snippet of a?
Yeah, but it's
It's
enough
what
to
Lloyd saw.
where.
Yeah, like,
You know
was it
Lloyd.
a snippet of a camera view, 10 seconds? Oh
They
Probably
shit!
got 6
They're not
seconds.
sitting next to each other
It probably
or
wasn't
talking.
even 10. You know, Lloyd.
Is that how it was?
Yeah, but it was a picture.
Media can twist
Oh, it was a
it.
picture.
Nah. Well, media can twist it any way they want.
Hey, here's the deal.
That's
You want to talk
what
about pictures? Our good friend, DJ LeMahieu, and our other good friend, Anthony Rizzo, and then our hopefully good friend at some point that we don't really know, but we kind of know, is Aaron Judge. We don't really know. I've met him. I'm not friends with him. I wouldn't consider him a friend. I would consider Rizzo a friend, and I would consider DJ a friend. They were all at the Rangers game, and you want to talk about somebody who's uncomfortable with the limelight on him, DJ LeMahieu.
There's one thing I can always give DJ.
He does not like
I
attention.
can always give him his due for this. God does not like attention.
Hey.
Don't give it to him.
He had to chug the beer, and then he had to he was on the camera. They all three chugged it. He was on the camera, and then afterwards he had to get all these pictures.
He's the complete opposite
Opposite of
side
all
of what
of that.
2022 or people are. now.
Yes. He hides in the training room. He doesn't want to talk to the
He
media.
just wants to play baseball.
Quick story of DJ. I don't even know if y'all know about this story. So this was, I want to say, going into the fall league one of the years I was there. You might have even been there that season. So he was in Arizona. I was in Arizona, and y'all remember Ryan Flaherty. Flaherty now.
Yeah, he's coaching now.
He works in front office with San Diego.
No, he's
right?
on the field with him. He's
on
like
the field with San
he's
Diego?
on the field with San Diego.
So Flaherty.
He's the reason your boy Trace Thompson got.
You did tell me about that. Yeah.
that's bullshit.
Anyway, you still love you like Ryan.
I like him. I wish he got me the
He
big-
should have
not
endorsed
Trace, but it's
you.
okay.
Yeah, we're saying this, but you.
But he already signed Trace. So I give him.
Okay,
He
yeah.
can play
so
for
there
the
we go.
Reds.
So the story is this
I mean,
is
they're
great.
3 and whatever. They stink.
Me, him, and Flaherty, and
Stinky, and I
me, him, and
can't play for
Flaherty.
them.
Check it out.
They
Me,
don't
him,
win, cuz.
me, him, Flaherty. We kind of roomed together. We did this thing, right? So we go down
Yeah,
to
we're sweet
Arizona.
mates.
Yeah, sweet mates. We go down to Arizona. Flaherty texts me. He's like, "Hey, let's go get a drink one of these nights. I'm gonna get him and DJ came up together with the Cubs. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get DJ to come out with us. That's your boy, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll text DJ and let him know what's up." So, bro, it was like a Tuesday, Wednesday night. I don't even know what it was. We went out one night, had a couple beers. Me and Flaherty are having a great time. DJ's having a great time too, but DJ's stone faced about everything. Like, doesn't smile. Like, I don't think he cracked a smile the whole night. I don't think he danced. I don't think his shoulders even moved. Like, just steady Eddie, straightforward, right?
Stoic, always.
So the whole night, Flaherty's like,
What does he know?
He's like elbowing me, bumping me, and he's like, "Hey, is he cool? Is he having a good time?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. He's DJ. He's having a great time."
By the way, I'm gonna
No big
ask
deal.
the Caesars guys about the on-field suite
Yeah.
in a
All
little bit.
right. So
On
like,
air.
he's like, "Hey, no big deal." So the night's over. We all go home. Flaherty sends me a text that night. He's like, "Bro, that was a bad idea. Like, we shouldn't have brought DJ. I don't really think he had a good time at all." I go, "Bro, DJ's fine, bro. He's good. This is what he always does." I go to bed. The next morning, I wake up. Flaherty sends me a text. He goes, "Bro, I got a text from DJ. He's like, hey, we're going out again tonight. That was awesome."
Hey, this is what he does. He didn't
break a smile the whole
DJ
night.
will sit in the corner, not smiling all the time, but he's having a great time. Like, mentally, he's having a great time. But
What is he
physically,
doing up here?
you have
He
no idea.
didn't talk to anyone the whole night. It was the funniest thing
Hey,
ever.
but here's the deal. He's around the clubhouse. He's hanging out. He does his own thing. He'll talk. He won't say anything, and all of a sudden, he drops a one-liner, and it's
That's
fucking
it.
hilarious.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
where the fuck did that come
Rizzo
from?
told me he's one of his favorite guys in the team.
He's great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's
You
awesome.
would never know, but he's like, "Dad, I love DJ." Like, cause he's just. This
I would love to have him on the show.
flies
I
under-
just know how he is. He's not going to come on the show. At
Him-
home, maybe. When he's here and with the boys in person.
If you were to slide in for an LSU football weekend,
Yeah,
he can get him
Yeah,
on.
he would do that.
No
yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
Rizzo, too.
It would
Rizzo,
be very hard to get him on a Zoom.
Rizzo,
right?
too.
I saw Orso on the board too for the U Club. I didn't know
Yeah,
he was
Kyle
a
wants to
golfer.
come on the show. Kyle wants to come on the
Kyle
show.
can golf his ball.
Marucci wants to come on the show. He's going to come.
Yeah,
I want
get
you
him
to do
on.
some
He wants to
stuff.
come. He's going to
Kyle
come.
would be good on the show.
He's gonna. Fridays are tough for him, but he'll come midweek.
Yeah.
Come on the show.
Yeah.
When we,
Oh, midweek guy.
yeah, midweek game guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants it. He's a
On
midweek.
the
Guy.
golf
Fill up
course.
the zone.
That's what he wants to do.
I'm more Friday night guy. That's what I like.
You're a limelight. You're right in the
I
spotlight.
like
But
to
here's
be
the deal,
Friday.
though. When stuff that's happening behind the scenes right now becomes official, and something else has to happen to make that official, you may be on the show a lot more because the time may be more convenient for you.
Yeah, it's
Now,
Miami
that's the only.
time.
That's
I've
the
been
only
on
guess.
the show now 2 times in like the last 3
I
weeks.
know.
Gave us a non-committal committal. Trying to think of an excuse. He's like, "Oh, I'm here."
Yeah, they didn't realize. Oh, I had a lot of fun.
I
And
love
now,
Mikey. I love Jared.
and now Jared's
and
back.
I've come to really love Floyd. I'll come on the show often.
And now Jared's back. This is way fun. Like if we have,
Oh, we got.
actually we probably should. Should we announce this or no?
No, just
We'll
keep
announce
teasing it.
We'll announce it next week.
It's a little,
Well, no, we don't know. It's very premature for me to announce it, but we'll announce it next week when it becomes a little more official. But if the time does change it'll be more beneficial for the show for a lot of reasons. A lot.
Just know irons in the fire.
Just know there's a lot of irons in the fire, and there's a lot more personalities that are going to be able to come on the show more consistently, which makes the show better. Makes everybody better. All lubed up. Speaking of lubed up.
You're gonna rub my
Hey, we talked a little bit about this NIL stuff
Y'all are great at cornhole.
on Wednesday. Well, fuck you.
First off, we would have smacked you if you got up
Hey,
there.
first of all,
I got a bad partner.
we had to play a first round game against. This is
First off, congrats to those kids. They did a great job. They played well. But apparently, we put the teaser out on the show, and the email was sent an hour later. Them boys were ready. They came with it on their mind.
From Texas.
Hey,
I was like, what the hell?
You got your nuts peppered.
Yeah,
We had two
Mike
dudes
up.
here. You swear they were on the show, bro.
Listen, we partnered with Modesto.
They were on the tour.
And we were promoting.
There's some ringers out there.
Yeah, listen. I'm telling about.
They don't miss
I'm
the
about to
hole.
show you. So we were promoting this. It was yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. Hope you celebrated.
I did.
You did? Yeah,
Yeah.
little Rita, and you had to.
Rest in peace to that one girl.
Huh?
Rest in peace to the one girl.
Yeah, Lloyd saw some girl pass out,
There's always that person that can't handle a big moment. Yeah, we know that.
As Sean's put it,
Couldn't
she got
handle
the
couldn't
most
handle a lot
expensive Uber ride in town.
the spotlight. But
The meat wagon.
we've been promoting this, right? They had
Puke in his
they had a cornhole tournament at Modesto, right? And we
saw
were
that.
kind of emceeing it and doing whatever. And I wasn't gonna participate, but me and Jared, had a couple.
The competitors you are.
We had a couple
Absolutely.
cervezas, and we were like, okay, we're fucking playing. We're doing
And
this
it was an open slot.
And there was an open slot. Hey, of course, if there's an open slot,
slots.
we're in. So we start playing. These people signed up late. They show up. No, not late. They signed up,
Yeah.
but we put them on the board late because we were very organized and prepared. And they show up, and we're like, okay. So we start practicing. I've been playing. I'm like, oh, we're fucking ready. And we play cornhole all the time.
Solid amateur cornhole
Yeah, we're
players.
very good. I got the spin going.
Huh?
Jared has the little
He just throws a
end
little
over
palm
end
ball.
rotation.
End over end,
it's
but
good,
I
whatever.
like the Steph Curry teardrop more than the slide.
So we're like, I'm
Or the
ready.
jumper.
So we start going. I start on my side. I go, okay, I got 3 on. This guy gets 2 on. I got a point. I'm like, okay, nobody makes one. I'm like, all right, this is good. Then you got Lurch on the other side. He doesn't say a word. And he's sitting down there, and I'm trying to make jokes and make him laugh. And Jared, and like I said, we had a couple cervezas.
Right.
Jared had a couple Ritas underneath him.
Couple
Right.
Dos Equis.
And yeah, and
Good
so
vibes going.
Jared's trying. You know how it is. We jockey. We try to make each other laugh.
Yeah.
So Jared's talking to this guy, and this guy is locked in, and he's spinning shit.
Game
he goes.
7, game
He
7.
makes 3 in a row and 1 on the board. Thankfully, Jared made 2, and so I'm like, whoa.
First off, there was a couple times I tried to give him the fake shot while he went. He ain't even budged.
No,
he
dude.
didn't even
He
double
is
clutch.
locked
Hey, he looked at me.
in.
I asked him where he was from mid-shot one time.
Locked.
He looked at me in my eyes, told me he was from Cypress, Texas, and sunk one. I'm like,
He didn't even
what's
look at
going
him.
on
Just
here?
talking to him,
Those
making
dudes
shit.
are playing 6 days a week.
Hey,
They're
so listen.
pod committed to the game.
So listen how good he is. So then they're beating the brakes off of us. There's 20 to 7. And I'm like,
Yeah,
me
they
and
had
Jared are
about
like,
2
this is our
touchdowns
first
the whole
game. And I'm like, I was expecting to make it to the finals and
Go on a little bit of a
yeah, we play cornhole. This is normal. We're good. 20-7. All this guy had to do was get the ball, the bag on the board. He was so good he couldn't stop making it. He kept going over the 20, so he kept going back to 15. 3 times we went back to 15, kept us in the game, battled our way back to 18 to 16. They ended up beating us, but all this guy had to do was just make it. But he was so good, he was making it in the hole at 20.
This man
Couldn't stop making it.
I didn't know that was
say-
the game. I thought once you
Nah, you
you
can't bust.
You got bust. But this
Yeah, we played him twice.
Bust.
We were only in the game the first time because they busted.
Because they busted 3 times. The second game, they
Preemies.
fucking absolutely crushed us. It wasn't even close.
But we should have known when we saw him. He had the
Yeah, he was in the
some
cornhole.
sort of
He was in the
weird
cornhole
shoe
uniform.
on. Yeah, cornhole attire.
Did they have the team shirts? Where
no, the close. The
One of them
fishing
had
shirt
text
was
on the
next.
shirt. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
But
he was in the cornhole uni.
Yeah, he had
He was ready.
Do you remember the ankle socks that are just a little bit taller than ankle socks?
Yeah.
He had those. It's ooh, that's a mark.
Those guys got a
And
lot
then
of-
the shoes that are not cool at all.
Hey,
We have a very good friend of ours that likes to play cornhole, likes to gamble on cornhole. He's not very good at cornhole, but he gets beat all the time, and he gets very mad and throws it back on top of the roof.
What, is it just cornhole? Or is it
His name is
everything?
Nathan Fury.
Oh, the Fury.
He gets very angry at losing cornhole because he loses money for some reason. He bets it, and then he throws the cornhole back.
We have
on top
another
of the
really
roof.
good friend who thinks he's the best there ever was at cornhole.
But he's very
That's
good.
anything.
He's got a bad back right now, though.
No, he's back. His
back?
back's fit.
Back's
His
back.
back. His back is back.
F45. Got him all stretched out. Perfect.
I've been trying to get to the NIL stuff. I can't get there. We're getting there though.
All right, let's hear it.
We're getting there. We talked on Wednesday about the NIL stuff and how crazy it is and how these
So
guys.
anyway, back to court now.
These guys are spending all this money on these players that they have no idea if they're going to be fucking good or not good, or leave or not leave, and like guarantee money. What happens if they play for half a year or don't play and transfer? They still owe them money.
I always think about that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, article, Ross Dellinger, our friend, Baton Rouge guy. Actually, is he Baton Rouge guy? Is he from Baton Rouge? Do you know Ross Dellinger? He's big LSU. He's an LSU guy. I don't know if he's a Baton Rouge guy, but he writes for Sports Illustrated. Had an article.
He went to Auburn for a little bit, right?
You're asking. I don't know. Look, I didn't do my research. I just know who he is. I've met him. He's a nice guy. He's good at his job. Works for Sports Illustrated.
Right.
Wrote an article about NIL and how NCAA is trying to regulate it and how they are trying to.
They need to.
What?
What was that?
I was just looking at myself and I was stretching, and then I was like, well, I did upper body today, so felt good.
At 45, shout out.
45, shout out.
But he wrote this article about how they're trying to regulate NIL and the more importantly, like I guess more specifically, the collectives of NIL, which like the collectives are all the things that all these universities are doing, right? You go to Texas or Texas A&M, they have all these big businesses, and they're just putting all of this money into a collective, and they're just using that money to go spend and buy players, right? Basically, like, and like as a college athlete, these guys are going to colleges and they're playing, and then they're actively getting recruited. But other colleges say, I can give you more money than you're making at this college. Why don't you go?
Sure.
Like I think that's bullshit, right? Like, I think you shouldn't be able to do that while they're in school. But how do you put the toothpaste back in the tube after you've already said, hey, this is what it is. We're just gonna say yes and not really understand how this thing's gonna play out. And now it played out how everybody anticipated it playing out. And now you're like, well, fuck.
It played out like that, and it played out like that way quicker too. It became the Wild Wild West.
Well, what did you think is gonna happen?
Everything gets regulated, right? College baseball has the the loaded bats. Then they overlaunch it and go to the wet newspapers, and then they find the medium, right?
Newsy bat.
Same thing happens in this type of market, right? They go, all right, Wild West, take the reins off, unlock the, boom, everyone's getting paid. And they're like, oh, this is getting out of control. Now we got to bring it back. How do we bring it back? I don't know how we bring it back.
I don't know if you can.
But I always thought,
No, you can. There has to be some.
What do? You go out and you give some 5-star linebacker from Texas $150,000 a year. He comes in, he's not any good. He's now become the second string. He's getting $150 next year.
Right?
No, he's not.
That's the question.
Well, it's just like,
Right?
there
has to be some. If you're working for NCAA, this is how.
Hey, listen, I'm all for players getting paid.
I agree.
But you've got to figure out a way, like, I understand the other side of it too. Like, hey, I don't want to get fucked if I'm a business owner trying to pay these guys, or a school. I guess schools can't really be involved. But if I'm giving this guy this money, I don't want to get fucked because this guy ends up not being good or not playing, or is not a good person.
How much? And I don't know if like some of these big businesses are doing this, but like, are some of these businesses using this as their quote unquote sponsorship money that if you're running a big business, you probably
you can't write it off. I don't think.
No. That you have to spend a year in sponsorship. So if they're doing that, they don't really give a shit.
It's like marketing money.
Yeah,
it has to be marketing.
Some big businesses have to spend a marketing quota a year. So if they're able to do it that way and they're putting it, they don't give a shit who.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
I don't think they're
really doesn't matter. They're
money.
saying, hey, here it is. Use it how you want it.
Right, and you said, like, what are they going to do, renew next year? They look at it as a scholarship. It's not renewable. Like, whenever you sign a scholarship, you all know,
not
it's
true.
not every
Scholarships
year.
are year to year.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same way.
Oh,
I imagine they're doing the same thing wherever it's a...
Hey, if I give you a scholarship and you sign on the dotted line, you have it for 1 year. That's what I said. That's what I thought on Wednesday. That's what we're talking about on Wednesday. I think that it's year to year. It's not, hey, I'm going to give you $3 million up front. No. You're going to get $3 million through your course of your career at LSU or A&M or Texas.
See, I thought it was just year to year. Like, hey, Sean, you're the best linebacker. We're going to give you $150 this year, and then I go out and I lay an egg, and I'm not a dude. Then the next year they call me and say, hey, we're not giving you
no doubt. But
then there's another school will step up and say, we'll pay the guy.
But here's the thing: is like they're saying these guys. They're saying these guys.
He's a bum there. He might not be a bum in the next place.
Bad coaching.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they're saying these guys are getting $3 million to come to the school. Like, are they getting $3 million for that 1 year? Or are they getting $3 million for the course of their career?
That's how much guys are getting.
That's rumors. Like, you don't ever know because like all this stuff, none of this stuff is gonna become public.
It's a lot of money. Let's just put it like that.
There's rumors of it.
How much
on college campus
how much is
is a lot of
Butte
money.
getting from Gordon?
Not public knowledge.
I do not know that.
I don't know.
But I mean, like you said,
I mean,
there's
it has to be
rumors
enough.
of a high
But
school-
here's my question. And look, Gordon is a friend of ours, friend of the show, friend of the club. Like, I'm not, but he came out and said, Keishon Butte is staying put. Like, basically means that there must have been people coming to him, offering him more money, and he had to up his contract to get more money.
The highest bidder,
and because he came out 3 months ago and said that he had an NIL deal. And he came out again and said he has another NIL deal. So why do we have to, what is the need to say, oh, we have to re-sign him again? Because they literally said re-whatever.
Re-upped. But it was more of a formality to say, like, okay, this is the deal going into the football season.
I understand.
And they did it because of the Jordan Addison thing. It was a great public relations move for Gordon, great marketing to say.
I get it. It's great. I mean, he's a king of marketing.
So Butte's making the most money of all the players in the team?
Did they offer him any more money than they did?
They just made sure that the contract was, like, let it be known. Because I'm sure that after you saw the Jordan Addison news, the guy from Pittsburgh, Winston Biletnikoff, is able to go to get recruited by USC, Alabama, Texas.
Yeah, well,
Georgia.
this is what like spurred this entire conversation around the national.
That's what I'm saying.
Media,
So they were taking advantage of, like, look, our guy isn't going anywhere. Here he is at Gordon's office, like he's signed.
He's a very, very good player. I just like to see him get on the field.
That's it.
I need to see him on the
And
field. He's a very good player.
He went to my high school. I'm rooting for him.
He's from DeBerry? He's from DeBerry?
He's
from
hurt right now.
DeBerry?
Skate high.
Well, he has a foot. He still has a boot on his foot.
No, boots off. You
Boot
saw the
off
picture.
the foot. He had a boot on his foot up until recently.
It's tough for me to root
Boot
for the
up.
guys that are always hurt. I hate
No,
that. I
but
hate the
he
always
broke
hurt
his
guys.
foot. I mean, he had surgery. You know, like
Two surgeries.
2 surgeries.
Was it 2? Mm-hmm. I just need to see him get on the field. That's it.
Two's tough.
Hey, hopefully our friends aren't doing those surgeries in a little bit when he comes back in town. He's Doc?
Oh, Matt, yeah.
Doc?
That benefits
He's
me
getting
a lot.
recruited hard in the real world to come back here. I'm recruiting him on the show. Come back. We want our friends back in town.
I don't know anything about
He's
this.
very successful.
Orthopedic
Nate's older brother who's smarter than Nate.
Orthopedic surgeon.
He's a 4.0 student, has residency in Harvard, and he's
Very
Throw
smart.
the cornhole bags on the roof when he
he'll
loses.
beat you in anything.
Oh.
We had this is true story. We had a
golfer?
bachelor party in Miami for our good friend Mikie Gibbs.
Where Sean's from, Miami.
From where Sean's from?
Down the road.
We had a golf. We had a whole it was a golf weekend. We had a pool day. We're at the pool hanging out, and Doc Matt Fury is there with us, and there's those enormous like Connect Four boards like by the pool, you know, like one of those things.
That's a great game.
Right, and so we are having a couple libations.
Yeah, Connect 2.
Yeah, and so
Couple
like, we
Dr.
are feeling
Peppers.
ourselves. So we're all playing, and none of us can beat Matt. And like then you know, the energy starts to raise a little bit, and we start getting it hyped up. People start coming in to challenge him to play the doctor. I want to play the doctor. I want to listen. I want to play the doctor. So he's beating everybody. This guy comes in. He's got no shirt on. He's beating his chest. He's talking. He's like, I'm better than him. I want the doctor. Matt beats him in 3 moves or 4 moves. Like the minimum amount of moves you can beat, he beats him. And this guy just walks his head down and walks away. Y'all may not have been. Y'all may have been.
I was about to say, I'm not at all calling you a liar. I just
No, this happened. This is.
I
I think we were already.
This very much happened.
We were doing something.
We're worried.
Y'all were probably on the other side of the pool. It was a big resort that we were
That was
hanging
a tough
out at.
weekend for me. It was
great.
Yeah, Miami's tough.
Why'd you rub your nose when you
No,
started?
I've just heard. I don't know. I'm not from there. I've just heard stories.
Your friend was on the stand and snuck herself a little booger sugar on the
That
stand.
was
See
an
that?
unbelievable move. Did you see
Hey.
Amber Heard?
Amber Heard.
She did.
You know who Amber Heard is?
Heard?
She's the guy. She's the girl that's like
the Johnny Depp
the
chick?
Johnny Depp thing. She was on the stand
Did a
in
little
the
snooter.
courtroom, like all cameras on her. She takes out a tissue, and she's like rubbing her nose, and she goes in the tissue and puts it back in her pocket.
She cut a little
quick
bump.
pop.
Oh,
for
yeah.
everybody.
Dude, hey,
In front of the whole
At
media.
that point, it's over.
But no, but like
now
she
I'm
had
seeing
it in the Kleenex. So like she's gonna say, oh no, I'll just blow my nose. But who blows her nose like
She's
like
doing
that?
cocaine in the courtroom on the stand in front
Hey,
of
she's
everybody.
she must need a little pick me up.
I didn't
She
even
was.
see it. Did they slow down the footage and you could see they're
Well, no,
hitting
you
the
couldn't
rocket?
actually see what she had, but you can see her go this way.
Snorts it.
I mean, who does this? And then she didn't blow.
She sucked.
forward. She sucked.
Poor move.
That's a tough.
No,
I mean,
elite move. The confidence.
how are you gonna get?
Unbelievable.
How are you gonna get the jury to believe you if you're doing coke
I mean,
on the stand?
Lloyd was a elite move. Yes.
Boy, clean it up.
I'm
Your
clean right
haircut
now.
does look good though, Coach.
And I'll tell you what, it is an elite move.
Dude, the confidence you have to go up there and be like, obviously she had done a little toot before because she was like a little hankering.
Obviously, you're batshit crazy to be in that situation anyway,
Right.
right?
But I think that swung public opinion in
I
her
will
favor.
tell you what an elite move is. This is me trying to get out of this conversation. Elite move is what Matt McMahon is doing in Baton Rouge.
Getting some players.
The opposite of blowing it.
Opposite of blowing it. He is absolutely he just got the number 1 center in the transfer portal. Now, granted, all these guys are coming from Murray State, but this shows you how good Murray State actually was. Like, these guys are ballers. Everybody was like, "Oh."
And you know the transfer portal is out of control when we're ranking the portal.
Hey, you're ranking the portal.
We're ranking the players.
Listen.
Best player
This is how you know. This is how you know the portal's out of control. Is you had the football team who had half their roster leave, like gone. Like they have 85 scholarship players, but they only had 38 for the bowl game, and the entire basketball team gone. Not one scholarship, 0 scholarship players on the team. And then both teams go into the portal. They bring new coaches in, and they're bringing all these guys in, and everybody's looking at the football team like, damn, this team is talented. They have a chance to win 10 games. You look at the basketball team, damn, this is a preseason top 25 team, and they had 0 players, and this guy's bringing all these guys in. Like, that is impressive.
I'm off the portal.
I'm off.
I'm off?
Oh, no. You can't be off the portal.
Off.
It's helping LSU.
Yeah, I mean, if the portal doesn't exist, LSU is in.
Yeah, right
win
now.
2
because-
games.
But JJ Williams
games.
apparently is a
Fired
baller.
2 coaches, but like I hate the whole like I'm not.
No, I'm with you. I look. We had 2 guys on the show.
It's the only way LSU can compete right now.
Listen,
you have to have
no,
it.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's helping LSU now, but we had 2 guys on the show, right? One is in the NFL. He was a Pro Bowler. He was a first rounder, and Patrick Queen. And then the other one just got drafted in the 5th round, and Damone Clark. And both of those guys waited their turn. They didn't play really until their junior, senior years, and both are going to have NFL careers. Like, they stuck it out. Joe Burrow is a product of like
Graduate transfer.
good. Yeah, he wasn't a transfer portal guy. Like, he stuck his time out. Then if they had the portal, maybe differently, but had his time out, graduate transfer here. But like, I believe in waiting by. If you are good enough, you are going to have your opportunity, and you only need 1 year. You only need 1 year.
Like the FIU kid that we got on the offensive line, right? Like
A small school,
hey,
big.
I've
outplayed my
gotten better.
competition.
Sure,
yes,
I like
yes.
that. That's
All
the
American.
positive of it.
Yeah, I've outplayed. Like, I'm playing at a smaller school. I'm really good. I just need to go to a bigger school. I
I
understand
blossomed
that.
late. I got really good late. I'm better than FIU now. I like that.
The Spencer Rattler guys, or who's the other guy that transferred 17
Did you see the Spencer
times?
Rattler comments, by the way?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I saw it on
Yeah, he's a little out of
Instagram.
Hey.
I've been off him
Easier
since I
than
saw the show.
Hey,
I'm off that kid.
that
Did
is
you see him
that
in the-
is saying,
I said
hey,
it. I
put
don't
the
care.
target on my back and come and get me. Is
Him
basically
on
what that's saying.
QB1 was telling. Like, that's a no recruit situation. He was
First off, you're at
trying
South
awful.
Carolina, they've been very stinky for quite a long time.
Got a good coach though.
Okay, yeah, like they're
Little
working
beamer
their hardest
ball.
over there. But like the thing is like he says he's.
Are they better than Florida?
I mean, that's
Not
about,
anymore.
that's
Are
about
they
as
better than-
ignorant
are they
of a
better than
statement you
Georgia?
can make, right?
Well, of course not.
Hey,
Are they better than Tennessee?
could that statement
yet.
get any more ridiculous though? Like, could that be
They're
any
going to
more
get their
ignorant?
shit pushed in. And I hope he gets his shit pushed in. Say that again?
I said, could that statement be any more ignorant than what he?
That's what I mean. I hope he
said?
gets his shit
I mean, that's
pushed in
about
for
as
that.
dumb as it can get.
That's just so rookie ball,
Hey,
junior varsity.
you're telling
It's
me
so
that-
bad.
You're telling me the Big 12 was that good, kid?
Dude, they scored 60 points.
Well,
in
he's
the
going
Big
to, of course, he's going to
Oh,
say
wait.
it's that good because he couldn't play there. He got beat out. He stunk.
Like, wait, like you're gonna tell me that that's what it was, but you just watched the LSU team who went what 7-6,
6 and 7.
6 and 7, who just
Losing
had the most
record.
people drafted this year. But
Yeah,
you're gonna tell
second
me
most.
that
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
But you're gonna tell me that that's the better.
That's
conference?
also an indictment
Ridiculous.
on how bad Coach O was. We were 6 and 7, had 10 guys.
I love.
drafted in the
I
draft.
did love Coach O.
Now,
Let's
granted,
not
a
go- let's
couple
go
of
to
those
negative
guys,
talent Coach O.
a few of those guys on the team
What you just
weren't
said?
really on the
Let's
team.
not go to negative talent Coach O.
No, I'm
He
not.
had the
I'm
best
not.
team in
I'm not.
cultural
I'm
history.
not. I just said
we
that-
got to tip our cap to that, and that's it. He had a rough go
I'm
at
just
it.
saying. You can see why they went different direction. I like Coach O too. I think he's a great guy. He actually remembers
Coach
me.
O
He knows
came
me.
in-
He remembers my dad. He came in the same recruiting class at LSU as my dad. And he remembers me. He remembers
Coach
my
O
dad.
came
Like,
in.
I
and
respect that.
He did a great job.
Yes.
He just didn't keep it up to standard.
Right.
It just is
right.
what it is.
And look,
couldn't-
you see
he didn't
why
keep performing the
you
same
see
way.
why. You see why
That's your
that
standard
it was-
performance.
We're gonna go the whole show with no break again, huh? That's what we're gonna
Good.
do.
We don't have
No, we
any.
gotta go to a break.
We don't have any breaks.
No, I forgot the.
Okay.
Really?
That's-
We got to
hey,
run this all. I got
if all of our sponsors get mad at me, get mad at Floyd. It's Floyd's fault. It's your fault.
Absolutely.
It happens.
I'll wear
It's all
it.
part of it.
I'll get some.
All right,
you put
okay,
some
okay,
Rejuvamine in my neck.
Okay, we're gonna take a minute break because
You have to pee
he
again,
has to,
dude?
he has to pee again.
Hold on, I
Feel like a racehorse. Which the Kentucky Derby this weekend. I want to talk about the Kentucky because I love the Kentucky Derby. I love it. It's always raining.
splatter in
Why is it
town.
always raining on the Kentucky Derby? Always. Go pee. 30-second break. You're watching Mik'd, brought to you by Sterling Automotive.
Unbelievable.
The Jordy Colada Show is brought to you by A-Bears Lawn Maintenance. Commercial or residential, A-Bears Lawn Maintenance is ready to work. A-Bears can tackle all your homeowners association requirements. Call Blake at 225-485-8022. A-Bears Lawn Maintenance.
Papa Earl's, the fine spice, originating right down here in South Louisiana by our guy Mark Pop Norman. Developed it back in 2018 and won Amazon's Newcomer of the Year in 2019. They pride themselves in having 30% less salt and sodium than the leading brands at the same price point. You can find them locally. Look for Papa Earl's at Rouse's, Calandro's, Mathern's, High Neighbor, and more. True Blue Water, true hydration at its finest. Right now, you're only a few minutes away from getting your 5-gallon water delivered to you, just like we are over here at the UDL. All you got to do is log on to truebluewater.com. That's T-R-U, bluewater.com. The website's fantastic over at truebluewater.com. You can get your service and find out how quick it is. You can schedule a delivery, even hop on the billing system right there at truebluewater.com. T-R-U, bluewater.com.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Back to Mik'd Up. We are brought to you by Sterling Automotive. Jay Mitch had to leave. Sean had to put a little dip in and get a sip of high noon. But I still got my boy here. We're not solo. Me and Floyd, what was that look for? Is the camera back? Is the camera ready?
A little camera switch up.
Is camera ready?
Yeah, it's camera ready.
Okay, camera ready.
Somebody unplug something.
Oh no.
No, you're still on. We're good.
I'm still on. Okay. Something's happening.
Oh, Mikey cares about
Something's happening. About.
Shock.
What are you talking about?
What?
What'd you say?
Huh?
What'd you say? Speak up.
Three,
say
two, one. We're live.
Say it so the whole crowd can hear.
I said you just obviously don't care about Sean because somebody.
I do care about Sean.
They got stepped on. It's
So
okay.
don't I get in this chair? Is this
No, it's on me. It's on me, guys. You don't worry about it. You can talk amongst yourselves. I'll fix
Well,
it.
I would like to have him on the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna.
So I'm gonna talk this through with you, as you do it. So then we have, I don't know what that does, but okay, I'm gonna keep talking.
Well, this is a camera.
There's a camera.
There's a camera.
There's a camera.
All right, what's the next topic?
The next topic is the Kentucky Derby. I'm not a huge horse guy.
Me
I
neither.
love the horse races.
It's cool.
I do. I bet on them. I don't really know what I'm doing.
The outfits, the hats, the whole
I bet
thing.
on them. I do want to go to the
Molly.
Kentucky Derby.
Molly?
Jesus.
Wes Welker.
Christ.
You don't
What?
remember that?
Oh, the whole Pats team went. Was
People
he on
are
Molly?
doing Molly?
Yeah, he was all. His jawline. Was
I mean, do you
strong
know
for
he was on
little-
Molly?
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah.
Or you just saw you thought you saw the signs of Molly?
It's very well known that he was on drugs the entire time, and it was the best day of his life.
See, I'm a
Has to
facts
be.
guy. I'm a facts guy. Did this
they
come
win?
out?
Yeah, well, that's the best part. That's the best part of the story. So, he's on drugs, amphetamines, Molly, all of the things. Looks awesome. He is beet red, sweaty, at the Kentucky Derby.
And he gets after it, huh?
Gets after it. And then he cashes a ticket, but they give him like $10,000 extra. So he just starts passing it out to people, like the normal people at the Kentucky Derby, which are all rich also. But he was like in the suite, gets all this money. They're like, wait, we fucked up, giving you like way too much money. He goes, it's already gone.
Wait, how do they mess that up?
I don't know. They cashed a ticket.
This is
they
the
gave him
biggest
too much.
day of the year for you. How do you mess up and give $10,000 extra to somebody?
Oh, wow.
And
How does that happen?
Wes
Oh,
Welker,
how
man of the people.
come that has happened to me?
And the horse won?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so he won the bet, but they just paid him out too much money, and he was like, "This is probably too much money," and started just kind of.
So he was on Molly at the Kentucky Derby and the horse won.
And the horse won.
Wow.
Best day of his life has to be.
What a feeling.
I'll show you a picture.
I want to go. I want to go to the Kentucky Derby, and I want to
On
dress
Molly.
like the suits.
I would love to do that.
Suits. We can bring our wives. They can
I
have
would
the
do
big
it.
hats.
I'd love to bring
I
my
know
wife.
Katie
Bring
likes
your
the
green
hats.
hat.
What's that?
Bring your green hat.
My green hat.
No. Snoop a loop. Yeah, come on, old school. Stay with the program.
I don't want a green hat.
No, you know what I'm talking about. It's from old school.
I know.
Snoop
I know.
a loop. Bring your
I
green
know.
hat. We're going
I
streaking.
want my seersucker suit though. I want to look like the.
Oh, you go 3-piece tailored 5G suit.
Yes, that's what I want. Mm-hmm. Nice shoes.
I wonder how hard it is to get in there.
There's two problems with that. One, it's hot as fuck in Louisville, Kentucky at this time of year.
Very
and
much.
two, it's always raining at the Kentucky Derby. Always. It's raining again this weekend.
Not the year we go.
But it's always raining. Always rains.
Do you have the pull to get us into the Kentucky Derby one day?
I think we can figure that out. I think we have a lot of connections. You know who has the pool? Your friends. Your friend.
Rizzo.
He's been.
Yeah, but he's playing.
Or hasn't been. When he's retired,
When he's retired, we go.
we go. That's our guy. And you know he's going to want to go with all of us. Like that
That would be sick.
I mean,
That would be.
has he ever had a time in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where he's not had fun?
No, that's why he comes every year.
Every year, he's an LSU fan now because of that.
He has an LSU helmet in his locker.
Yeah, it's great. He's an LSU fan. He's from Miami.
Gigantic fan.
He's actually from Parkland.
Parkland, went to
Yep,
same high
they're-
schools together.
same-
Yep.
Yeah, high school teammates.
Yep.
Did y'all win the state championship?
We did not.
Oh,
There's a lot of good teams.
a lot of good teams in Florida.
Yeah,
You're right.
I was in the same district.
How old?
as
Is there an age
Hosmer.
difference? Is there an age difference?
1 year younger.
You're younger than he's younger than you.
1 year younger than me.
So you're the
Yeah.
big shooter.
I was.
Did he always do that?
I was the
The choke and poke with 2 strikes?
He always had elite level hand-eye coordination.
He has, good golfer?
Yes.
I bet you can hit the ball far, huh?
I mean, yes, in the sense that he doesn't play it enough to be really, really good, but like for a big guy to touch the Phillies, yeah, he can golf.
I'd expect that. That's what I'm saying. Like the hand-eye coordination comes into that because
Yeah.
the way he navigates.
Yeah.
I was a big Cubs fan, still am.
Yeah.
But he was a guy. Once they
Anthony's
broke
a
the
good
band
all
up,
around. He's good at ping pong. He's good at video games.
Cubs are
you know.
stinky now, huh?
it's unfortunate.
Cubs are stinky.
Yeah, but that's
Who
happens
owns
when
the
you sell
team?
half the
Oh,
team.
the Ricketts. The fucking Ricketts, dude.
Well, I mean, they did what the Cubs couldn't do for a long time.
That was Theo.
I know, but they did it, and now.
Oh, wait, you give up after that? We had
But what happens?
dynasty.
Well, what happens is
Anthony Rizzo,
to make that happen,
Bobby Baez.
Okay, see, to make that happen,
Wilson
you have
Contreras.
to get lucky and have some homegrown talent,
Which they did in
which they did, and then you have to go and trade some of the other prospects to get some other guys to come in, right?
Sure.
Or sign them in free agency, and then when those guys are that deal's up. Listen, it's a hard time. It's hard to keep a team together for more than 6-7 years.
What was surprising is Chris Bryant, Baez, Rizzo. Am I missing somebody else?
That's all homegrown, other than Rizzo.
The fact
Rizzo
that-
got traded
you know,
early.
you're missing Big Daddy.
Schwarber?
Schwarber. Big
The
Daddy
fact that
Schwartz.
none of those 4 guys re-signed with him was a little bit like, that's.
Well, they saw the writing on the wall. They say they're not.
No, they
committed
didn't
to
even
this.
extend them contracts. That's
They're not
the thing.
committed to this.
Oh, they did. They extended Rizzo a contract. It was a
Hayward-
poop soup
Hayward's-
contract.
Yeah,
Hayward's taking up a lot of money. Hayward's taking up a lot of their.
he could
leverage.
write a book.
Huh?
He needs to write like just a one-liner book. It would be great for
What
Blues
did
in
you
the
say?
toilet.
What did you say?
A poop soup contract.
Oh, he's got a great
He's
one.
swinging a wet night.
I got a good Rolodex of like one.
He's in a
He
great
calls
place.
going
in New
to
York.
bed day, and I was going to the hit the pin coach. Yeah, I was like, I've never heard that in my life.
Hit the pen?
That's what he said. He was going to bed. And you got to say, I hit the pin.
That what you said? That what you said going to bed? I thought you actually meant hit the pen. Like,
No.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's what you were talking about. But I thought it was.
No, I was talking about going to bed. I was
release
talking
Matt.
about
Release Matt, though. It's legal here.
Absolutely. Sign
legal.
up. Jordy 01.
I have anxiety.
Yeah, it's legal.
I have a bad back.
Yeah, and bad
Even
knees.
about everything.
Bad knees and bad
I'm just
anxiety.
joking. I'm just joking. You know about everything.
I
Don't
got
get
bad knee.
offended.
Osgood Slaughters. Bad knee.
Jumper's
Derailed.
knee.
Yeah,
They call it
derailed my
jumper's knee.
career.
Oh, that's what ruined your career?
I was
the jumper's
right
knee?
there.
Was the jumper's knee?
I still got the bump to prove it. Me and Amber Heard.
But I got some info on the Kentucky Derby. I think I'm gonna.
Secretariat to win.
I think I'm gonna put some money down on the Derby.
Wait,
I'll put some money. I'll tell you what. I did put some money down.
Who's the number 1 horse?
I forget the name.
Who's
I have to
the
look at
front runner?
I have to look at the name. I have
Floyd?
to look at the name. I know the name if I see it. I'm not good at like.
Who's great in the rain?
The problem they say this it's a crapshoot this year. They say they don't
like that.
have. Yeah. There's a horse from Louisiana that's supposed to be very good, or one Louisiana Derby, or it's very good.
Oh, I know where you got your information. I watched it today.
Yeah, you watched it today.
I did. Did
So I
you
got
watch
some-
Jelly on there? I didn't see
That's
Jelly.
why I was watching it. I wanted to see him on there, but
That
I
was
didn't see it.
yesterday's episode.
I know. I wanted to see. That's why I went on there to see it, and then I got caught up in the live show, and I never got.
Where
to
it
that.
got derailed.
Well, I didn't see that part either. It happens to everybody. Technical issues happen to everyone.
It's life.
Yeah, it's life. It's life. It's how you adjust to those issues.
It's how you adapt and overcome.
Adapt and overcome. But bets.
Attack.
My bets. Here's my bets.
We're on the bet. We're on the bet for the horse race.
Well, no, not for the horse racing. This
Just
is
general
bets in general
bets.
because
Okay.
I don't. My bets from the horse racing, I gotta go back and look
We're
at.
coming towards the end of the show. We got to talk about the bets.
Yeah,
Let's
we gotta
go.
talk about the bets because I am winning some money.
Where are you at overall right now?
I'm down. I'm down overall.
Do we have a percentage? Do we have a win-loss tie
So,
record?
Here's the deal. There's a couple bets that I made that were with the heart. Can't bet with the heart.
No.
Gotta bet with the head.
Betting's hard, dude.
And look, I've gotten some. I have our friends at Caesars have given me a lot more. They've educated me a lot more, and
Sure.
they've given me connections to be able. I can talk to people and educate myself on how I should bet and what I should bet. Right.
Sure.
And so after these few conversations, I have started to win a few more times, and my win-loss is like getting this. I'm getting closer to even.
So like a good 60% is like elite, right?
Yeah. If you're 60%, you're
like
a
you're the
lot
guy. 55, 58, like that's really good.
Right.
A little bit
And
past half.
I'm not that way.
Okay.
What I have
40.
been winning money on is live betting games, right? So I've been looking at watching games, watching how the basketball game goes, the playoffs.
Sure.
And I'm like, you know how the NBA is. One team blows the other team out the water for the first 2 quarters, and you're like, well, I'm going to go ahead and take this other team because the spread, mid-game spread, is very high.
Right.
And you're like, hey, the NBA, this team's going to make their run. They're going to get within the spread, and I'm going to win that money because there's no way a playoff team is going to lose by 20 points in a game.
Right.
And more likely than not, I've been winning those games, and so
Good.
I have gotten some money back.
So you're learning.
I'm learning.
You're developing.
But yesterday I bet Miami win, and I bet Phoenix win. Today I'm riding that same train, and I'm taking Miami. But here's the deal: I got Miami at -3, and then there's Miami at -3 and -1.5. So because it went down, I think Embiid's probably going to play now.
Is he?
I mean, Miami
Okay,
was.
So he broke his face. He can't see through his
I don't know. They
eyeballs.
said Game 3 is not out of the question.
And then also he has a torn thumb ligament. He can't even high five
They
people.
said, but I took Miami. I took Miami because the spread went from -3 to -1.5.
In Philly.
It's in Philly. Yes.
Tyrann Maxey is the X factor. James Harden's
fat and non-existent. I don't know what happened. How does that happen? How does he go from being the best to being not good?
And he doesn't get foul calls in the playoffs. That was kind of the book was out on him every time he'd with the Rockets. You saw the kind of basketball that they played. He was dominant in the regular season because ticky-tack, foul, get to the rack.
Sure.
Now I want to double check. I want to double check this.
Once that happens in the playoffs, you don't get those like. We're playing basketball.
No, I'm with you.
Basketball.
Well, listen, I
that's
was
what
listening to
his
JJ
downfall
Redick.
is.
I was listening to because everybody's talking about the hard foul that Brooks had.
Oh, new shaft is in, boys. Let's go.
The hard foul that Brooks had that broke Gary Payton Jr.'s wrist. And it was dirty.
Broke his elbow.
Or elbow, whatever it was. It was dirty.
Dave Chappelle.
It was whatever. And I was listening to JJ Redick talk, and he said going into the playoffs, the rule of thumb in NBA teams is no layups. Like no easy layups.
Right.
Basically means, hey, if this guy's got a wide open lane,
Smash it.
fucking hammer him. Like, do not let him make him earn it at the line. And he's like, sometimes you get into the situation where the guy is in the air, and at that point, it's like you can't do it. Like now, he's in a vulnerable spot to get hurt.
Get smoked.
And that's kind of what happened and whatever. But to your point, is the playoffs things are a little different, right? And so I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the lines because I'm going through my bets. I have Miami at -3, and now Miami is not favored. Now Miami is the underdog, +1.
Oh no, that's a Vegas.
Can somebody that's more experienced in the Vegas world help me with this. What happened? Why has Miami went from -3 to +1?
Embiid.
No, he's playing. I told you he was playing.
I don't care.
He's not gonna play. He broke his face and his thumb is hanging off. I told you he was playing.
Okay, but that's good for me. I'll go the other way. I'll take Miami now.
Me
They're
too. I'm
getting
gonna bet him
points.
3 times. I'm in for the 3rd time today.
Dwayne Wade. I mean, you have the Miami native here. What are your thoughts?
I'm taking him. Defense.
And my family's from Philly. I don't like the matchup. I like both. They're
Trust
my
the
2 favorite
process.
NBA teams.
I think I'm gonna take the +1. Well, Phoenix.
This is a trap.
Phoenix was a pick'em, And now they're Phoenix are the underdogs too. Dallas is a favorite by 1. I mean, is Embiid really going to be effective? That's my question. Like, how is...
He's got the
no
face
way,
mask.
right? Like...
Philly or Miami? Pick one right now. Philly, Miami.
Money line.
Ah!
Whoa.
Attention.
+1? I mean, that's basically a pick 'em, so...
You say that.
Huh? You can't win by half a point.
And the Sixers are down 2-0.
Yeah.
Can't fake desperate.
First game in Philly. I know they're going to win a game. I just don't know if it's this one.
Embiid comes back at Philly. Crowd kind of going raucous.
Oh, now you're talking yourself out of it.
I'm talking myself into
Now you're talking
Philly.
yourself
I think I'm
into
on
the finals.
Philly.
I think I'm feeling Philly.
Me too.
I think it's worth... see, the money line's -110. It's basically, it's a pick 'em.
Because you know the Sixers are going to win one, or at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's not they're going to get cold stone swept.
No.
Well, now I'm screwed.
Get the building jumping
Fans
a
will
little
be
bit.
juiced in there.
Throw some
They'll be
shit on the
saying
field.
ridiculous things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get in.
Philly people are obviously
Because
notorious
really,
the
I
worst
mean,
fans.
you have Jimmy Butler for Miami.
Yeah, but Philly plays, Miami plays
Maybe
lockdown
under, maybe
defense.
under.
I know, I hate betting over-unders in basketball. Our guy that was on here the other day, Zach, he said, Miami, I don't want to touch the series, but if I had to bet something, I would bet the under. They fucking hit the over. I didn't bet the under, but they hit the over that game.
Oh, I hit my parlay that day, too.
Good for you. I'm happy for you. Did you tease some money and you lose some money?
No, just straight parlay.
There you go. I'm happy
It was
for you.
money line, so it's
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
20 to
It's
win
a parlay.
50 to
But I
win
also
10.
took. So you were. We planned on being here at a certain time, and you were a little late. So I was sitting in my car, and I got to betting.
Ricochet.
I got to betting.
Yeah,
and I
they
could
do work.
Low
You're
blow.
welcome.
What?
I gave you time to look. Caesars is here. I gave you time to prep. That's show prep.
They weren't here when I was in my car by myself.
But how much
betting.
better do you feel that you?
I feel a lot better if I win these bets. I will feel very bad.
How many bets do you have on tonight?
So I have the ones I talked about. Miami. I have Miami and I have Phoenix.
Okay.
I also
LSU
took-
baseball?
There's a boost. So Caesars put out a boost. It was Gosman over 7.5 strikeouts and LSU baseball to win. But the weather up in the northeast
Yep,
is
got it.
stinky, and it got
it.
postponed. So that
That's a deep
stinks.
drive by Castellanos.
Yeah. And so, but I took the boost. They had a boost on Luka and Devin Booker. Both of them to hit over. Basically, both of them hit three-pointers in the game. So okay, I'm in. Because I was going through the boost, and I was like, well, that looks like a winner. This looks like a winner. Now, obviously, anytime it looks like a winner, it's probably not going to be a winner. That's what they want you to do. But I think it's fun. And then I also took, I'm looking at my bets right now, actually. I also took, this is a big one. This is like a reach. Because like it's plus 1,400. Like I got to have a little whatever, right? I had
You're gonna feel alive.
Shane Bieber, Nathan Eovaldi, and Luis Garcia, each over 6.5
Garcia's
strikeouts.
back. Hold the
But
road.
Bieber's out tonight because the game's wide.
Right, and so that's gonna get voided. But that was the other boost that I took. And then, where was the other one? I took one more boost. Let's see. Booker.
I went straight
baseball.
ahead and did LSU money line. It was only minus
Oh, and I did
160.
the over. I did LSU baseball over 9 runs. Over
6 to
9
4.
runs. I also have a future on Gosman to win the.
5-2.
You think it's under?
Floyd.
I know I should go under.
Floyd's good at stuff.
I
like
know I
this.
should go. I know I should go under. I know I
got
should go
caught with
under.
my pants down a couple weeks ago, and then I remember watching the game being like, "Fucking Floyd."
But I took a future
Big
on
brain.
Gosman at plus 1,200 to win the Cy Young. I took it on Sunday, plus 1,200 to win the Cy Young. I looked at it on Wednesday, plus 800. I'm like, hey, I'm doing something
No,
right.
He's getting a lot of noise. He's doing very.
I mean, he's
very good.
shoving. He hasn't given up a walk or a home run all year.
No, he's balling out.
All year.
Official
So-
bets. What are they?
Official bets. The three that
Not
I'm
the voided ones.
Yeah, the three that I'm
It's
gonna give you.
unfortunate. Our first ever boost.
I know but I was just had a conversation before. We're gonna start creating a lot more boosts.
The boost is what
We're
we
gonna
want.
start boosting the fuck out of this
Yeah,
thing.
right. Yeah, a little Rejuve boost.
Ooh, double boost, both ends of it. Real life and fake life.
Great
Um,
nipples.
My official bets, Mike. I have Miami at -3 and -1.5. I took them twice.
Hey, been there. That's not a bad spot to be.
I know. And then I have Phoenix at Dallas. Took Phoenix pick 'em. Now Phoenix, when I had them, they were pick 'em. Now it's a +1. It's basically a pick 'em. And then I have the Luka and Devin Booker over 3 threes. That's my boost. That's my picks.
I don't hate it.
Lloyd always hates my picks.
I'm going LSU money line because
and I also did LSU. I also did not money line. I did LSU over 9 runs.
I know that. Not touching that one. If
I know you're not. You don't ever
go under.
At some point, the over's gonna hit.
I just don't know why you bet against McHale whenever he has.
I'm not betting against McHale. Why do you consider? I'm betting against the other guy. I'm betting that LSU wins 7-3, 8-2.
Still too many runs to give up on a Friday night.
2 runs?
Yeah,
2 runs is too much.
6-0, shove.
No, I'm betting on 8-2, and McHale gives up 1 run, and maybe they get a cheap run at the end of the game after the game's out in hand.
Alabama's Friday night guys. Okay.
Yeah, he's a 3-5. He's good. He's big. He's a righty. Like he does what a Friday night guy's supposed to do. But LSU bangs righties, and I think the lineup's getting hot.
Yeah,
so I think you should just bet LSU.
No, I think the lineup's getting hot. There's a reason why I'm doing it. There's a rhyme to my reason. Dylan Cruz, as we talked about earlier, is getting hot. Jacob Berry is hot. K. Doty hot. Like Pearson hot. Like I think the boys are gonna put up some runs.
Look, I hate Ben. That's tough. That's tough.
Look, I convinced them. They're gonna bet it.
What, the over?
The over on the 9 runs.
Don't listen to him. Just say LSU. It's -160. They're never
minus 160. That's cool. That's good odds.
Well, it's usually -190.
You're right.
So great value there.
No, great value is taking the over.
Value pick.
Well, I want to let me place.
We'll see. We'll see who wins. Look, I know how this works. It's the end of the year. Weather's warm and shit's getting hot, and they're gonna go. They're like Alabama. There's a couple things to do, not much to do. They're gonna have a good time.
Yep.
Have a good time. Have a good time. We have a hard out at 6. So those are my bets.
Philly -1.
Yeah, go against me.
Mavs -1.
Go against me. Yeah.
No, Mavs money line.
Parlay. So you took me twice. You're opposite of me of both of them.
Yep.
And you're opposite. And you're taking money line.
And I'm gonna watch it at your house in your bed.
Well, no, you're not in my bed.
You don't know that.
I appreciate you taking care of my dog, though.
Yeah, Kobe Bean.
Got a wedding after this. I'm gonna go get changed. Have to dress into a suit.
1 million Mahtook weddings over the course of the year.
That's unbelievable.
Got a big family. What do you want me to say?
The biggest family tree.
I don't even know if he's related to all of them.
It's my
Bro,
first.
it's not even one tree. It's like 15 trees.
Yeah, big family.
And they all hit the ugly branch on the way down.
Jeez.
That's dark.
This guy.
That's dark. You're handsome. I think you're handsome.
I think you're handsome too.
Thank you. I don't
You too.
listen to anything you say.
Thank you, Floyd.
He's got a face for TV. I was talking to him in Texas.
He does.
No,
Great look. Should I get tattoos?
Yeah, I think you could.
Sleeve? How did you start?
You
I think you should get a neck tattoo.
You start high and then you work your way down. The forearms.
Hey,
The forearms double sleeve? Or you
Sleeve's aggressive.
No, just one. Mama doesn't want 2. We're going 1.
Sleeve's aggressive.
Do you have any tattoos?
1 on her hand.
I like that.
But she is gonna get a neck tat that has my birth date on it.
Cool.
Right here. Everybody can see. Well, we do what's for lunch. We're not doing a what's for lunch today because it's dinner, and my dinner is going to be a buffet style.
Do you eat at weddings?
Oh yeah. No, if the food's stinky, I don't. But I gotta have some.
I think we're on the same page. At the
he
wedding.
eats.
Yeah.
He eats.
I eat.
Yeah, he does.
He eats. He has to eat. He has to because he's sweating.
I know what he's
puts a
talking
little
about.
food in his system. You know what I mean?
We're
You
on
have
the
to
same
eat
page.
because
we
you
should
don't.
go to just a wedding. It'd be fun. Get married again. Y'all should renew your vows.
You got right here. I'll get my. I can't really
We'll get
officiate.
Chris McGee coming
Yeah,
in.
Chris McGee can officiate it.
Amber Heard.
You have a curtain call?
Amber Heard. What a legend.
Okay.
I mean, the Stones.
My
Big
curtain.
stones.
I thought. Okay, well, I was gonna take. I'll take your old curtain call then.
What was it?
The Big O
Ochinko?
show.
Yeah. That's fine.
Winning his flight at
you.
the match play.
How long
the match
are they
play.
going to keep those posters up?
I'm actually going to get the poster. I'm going to frame it and I'm going to put it in my garage. It's not house-worthy because I have obviously national championship pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got rings.
Other things that are
Yeah.
have carry a little more weight, but like a little tournament win in golf. I've been working hard at it. It feels good. I got that baseball feeling again when I won. It was nice. It was.
Good.
Any fist pumps? Anything? Any emotion?
Hey,
We had a little
before we go-
celebration on the last hole.
match play
Hey, before we
is-
go though.
Did they are you, were they like, I hated playing Ochinko, or are you just kind of casual?
I'm very casual.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
I
was
did
thinking.
achieve
Before
bigger
we
things.
go,
So like,
before we go, we had a hard. He had a tough. Garth Brooks. He was there
Yep.
Saturday, big night. right?
1 a.m. Got
Yep.
home, carrying the sisters
Tired.
on piggyback.
Hey, had to wake up early the next day, rally, and have to win on Sunday. That's what I mean. It's
No,
big
no, no.
mental toughness behind it.
38 holes. 18, 1, 18 again.
Had
Had to play a
Tied.
playoff. Had to play a playoff.
Had to
if
play
it won
two-hole
it.
playoff.
Which holes?
4.
Hey, shows you the mental toughness he had over his opponent.
5, he went first, went wet. I snuck a 9-iron barely over onto the green. He duffed his another drop.
He was done. Mentally
threw his putter
roasted.
against the car, took his hat off,
He
shook
knew
my
he
hand,
was over.
stormed
He
off.
shook your hand. It was over by
He
then.
did.
It's great. See,
He did.
mental toughness.
Yep. And a dig
God, I
down
love
deep.
match play.
I like
Great.
it too.
I don't love it because I'm not good enough to play match play, but
You would.
You're gonna get there.
Once you get there,
I'm gonna get there.
You're gonna be.
You're gonna like it. It's fun.
get there.
You're gonna snap clubs. You're
I'm gonna get
Jerry
there.
Wested out there.
I'm gonna get there. All right, we gotta go because they're about to. Caesars is about to start their live watch party for this baseball game. We got people
Gotcha.
in here.
All right.
LSU.
Great show.
Great show.
LSU over 9 runs.
All right.
Parlay them. Fuck it.
Sean, thanks for coming again.
Mikey, thanks for having me
Hopefully
on.
you're regular on
Good
here.
stuff. I'll
Yeah,
be on
we're
often.
gonna have a good show.
Floyd,
We have a good.
you know
we
how I
have a good
feel about
future.
you.
Yes, thank you.
We have a good
Appreciate it.
future.
We need to get in the car together.
Floyd, I
Carter.
appreciate you looking after my house and taking care of my dog.
Will do.
And I'll be there tomorrow morning.
I'll
back.
make the bed.
And yeah, you have the guest rooms, not our master.
That'd be awkward.
Got
That'd be very
Rebecca
weird.
coming over.
I'd like for you not to go into our room, please.
Just a closet.
Just, yeah. But I gotta go. We got a lot of shit going on. Come to Uncle Earl's. Watch the LSU game. Starts at 6 o'clock, which is in 1 minute. Caesar's doing a lot of stuff. They have free food here, drinks. Come out. You're watching Mik'd Up, brought to you by Sterling Automotive. Lloyd's trying to get the curtains open. He is not doing a very good job of that.
Curtain call.
Should have gone the other way. Look at the pizza. I'm about to go crush some pizza. All right, you're watching Mik'd Up, brought to you by Sterling Automotive. Thank you all for tuning in.
Heineken, Doze, Mike's Up.
See y'all. See y'all on Monday.
Rejuve me. Ochinko.
Great stuff.
Great stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey y'all, it's Mikey from Mik'd Up. Catch us live every Monday and Wednesday.